Hey, Jared.
Yeah.
Why would Q from James Bond love working with a queer Bond?
Isn't Q gay in the new James Bond anyway?
Oh, maybe.
I think he is.
Yeah.
In the Daniel Craig ones.
Yeah.
Speaking of Daniel Craig.
This is why this is why I brought the Bond into it.
I don't know why.
Because finally someone would appreciate...
Because it's Daniel Craig.
No, because finally someone would appreciate all the accessories.
Oh, right. That was good.
Hey, welcome back to Screen Time Film, a podcast where we discuss a director's filmography in chronological order, from oldest to most current. Currently almost wrapping up Luca Guadagnino.
You got it. We're at the end of the filmography.
I can almost say it.
You got the name.
I almost say it.
Yeah.
But Jared, I'm not a podcaster, Jared. I'm not a podcaster. I'm disembodied.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
So those of you who aren't familiar, my name is Josh, and this is my co-host, Jared.
Josh, it pays to advertise.
It does. It does.
It's like the only good character in this movie, in my opinion, is the person that says that.
All right, so today we're talking about Queer. That also came out in 2024, so this was same year as Challengers. Rated R, and literally almost, I think Challengers was like 2 hours and 11 minutes. This is 2 hours and 17 minutes.
Yeah, this one.
But this one you feel it.
This one you really feel it. You don't feel it in Challengers at all.
No. All right, so the synopsis. In the 1950s in Mexico City, an American immigrant in his late 40s leads a solitary life amidst a small American community. However, the arrival of a young student stirs the man into finally establishing a meaningful connection with someone.
All right, actually, that's another thing I can say positive about it, is it's in the 1950s.
There you go.
Which is cool, but where they're at, though, you can't really tell that much, except for, I guess, the way they dress. But
yeah.
Maybe some of the cars, but...
All right, so this was written by William S. Burroughs and Justin Kurtzink, who was the writer in the last film.
Okay.
Cinematography, again, is by our same dude, SM.
Yeah, just say SM.
Composers, again, Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross.
Yep.
Production costs. What do you think, Jared?
Probably less than Challengers. I don't remember what I guessed for Challengers, but I wrote down $30 million for this one.
$53 million.
Is that more?
No, but almost the same
as Challengers.
Mm-hmm. Challengers was 55.
I don't know where that money went to.
Don't either. Unless
Daniel Craig really asked for that much money. I don't know.
Maybe. No nominations or awards with the Academy. So, in historical fashion, small cast of leads or main characters. We have Daniel Craig, Jason Schwartzman, and Drew Starkey.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Where have you seen Drew Starkey and anything else? Okay, because he looked familiar to me, but I couldn't place him.
The Outer Banks show. He's one of the main. He's the main guy's girlfriend. What's her name?
Well, I don't know.
Because she's kind of been. She was in even the second Knives Out movie. She's kind of been in a bunch of stuff since being in the Outer Banks. Anyway, he plays her older brother, and he's kind of more of a villain in the show.
All right.
But yeah.
Well, you definitely watched a lot more of that show than I did. So
I did.
You'd be more familiar with it.
I did. I watched all of it. That's been.
Oh yeah.
Been out. But
it's a lot. That's like 5 seasons.
Yeah, is it 5, 4?
I think so. It's a lot. Yeah.
Anyway, hey, I like that guy, his newer one, the Runarounds. I like that. That was fun.
I didn't watch any more yet since we talked about it on the pod. I only watched that first episode.
Yeah. All right. So overall thoughts on this film?
Okay. I don't want to go too hard on this, but I think what makes it worse is that, like, coming right from Challengers, which we both I think agree is his best film, and then
I still would say that.
Yeah. And then we have one final one after this, which actually I'm really looking like.
Yeah,
that one looks.
It was
awesome.
one that I was looking forward to seeing even before.
After the Hunt looks sick. So what bothered me immediately is naming the film Queer and then saying the word queer like 10 times, like within even the first 10 minutes of the film, which I get, maybe that was a thing there in that time in the 50s. But then there's a needle drop of Come As You Are being played, and it's like the most on the nose cheesy thing ever to like culminate this whole beginning intro thing that I was like, are you kidding?
I remember, I mean, I did track that needle drop too, and I was like, oh, this is a very like,
it's so bad. Like, so just the combination of all that, immediately I was like, I don't like this at all. And yeah, there's not really anything besides, I mentioned Jason Schwartzman. I mean, can you even really tell it's him? Like, it's crazy.
He
like,
looks so different.
Yeah, anyway, he was funny, but yeah, so I did not like it at all. I think this is his worst film by far, which is so weird. Again, like same year as Challengers. I don't know the timeline why, like when they filmed it.
Yeah, and like, but they both got released same year.
Yeah. What'd you think?
I mean,
maybe you liked it more.
No, I don't know. I liked it more than you. I don't know. I didn't care for this film. I felt it was very boring.
Yeah. Like you said, you
and
can
it was
really
kind of weird, you know, like,
oh yeah.
And of course it gets real weird. And
yeah,
the third act there, it feels low budget.
Yeah.
It feels low budget. And then once I saw the budget, I was like, what? Like, what? It also feels like this is like the complete 180 from the last film.
Yes.
And so I'd imagine that even if Challengers was done, you know, maybe, you know, before this, like, and this one might even been shot in 2024 and just turned around that quickly.
Yeah, I don't know.
But, yeah, it feels like it's like, oh, I made something that was too polished and too, you know, studio friendly.
Yeah,
like we were
really
talking
commercial.
about that about the last one, and it's almost like this is like his
he wants to make
almost
a really,
like whiplash of that, like, oh,
really
get the ick off me. I need to do something too really indie feeling,
like artsy, not even a good artsy. It's like the avant-garde, like just weird for weird's sake. Yeah, I think that's part of it for sure.
So and I like
some films like that. It's just this is not.
Well, I mean, some of his early films kind of had that vibe too, but I like those. Like they.
Yep.
So I don't know. This just felt very, just a miss to me. But
yeah, and I wanted to ask, because I don't think Daniel Craig got paid a ton for this. Because I was gonna ask you about, like, I don't know why he's in this film to begin with, and because I remember seeing the first thing I saw about this when it was going to be coming out and I saw a trailer, I was like, Daniel Craig doing this? And my only guess is that he just wanted to do something completely different or take on this challenge, because he's for sure never done anything like this, as far as I know. And so even that aspect, I bet he probably like wasn't demanding like a ton of money. He's probably just like, yeah, I want to do this. So I just don't think he's good in this, and he's such a great actor. But the thing is, to this point, he's already done this though, where he's gone out and done something completely different. What you just mentioned, Knives Out, and that character's awesome. What he does with that character is like so different than anything he's ever done. So anyway, I wanted to ask you what you thought of him specifically.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, like, I don't know that I've seen much other films that he's in. Like, I know,
you mean outside
of the Bond films, and then Knives Out, like, so I'd be curious to see how different even some of those characters are. I mean, this is definitely different. I don't know. Again, like I said, I don't know that it's a good different, but
no.
And it's like, you know, how much is that is him? How much is that, you know, what he's given to work with? How much is, you know, like there's so many variables to go into, like, of course, who he's playing off of and all those things. So
I was trying to think when I was watching this.
But I actually think
Drew Starkey
does a pretty good job.
I agree.
In what he's supposed to do. And
yeah. So I guess to correct myself, Jason Schwartzman, I guess, isn't the only good thing, because you're right. Drew Starkey was good also. And actually, that was another thing that I did remind me that was in the 50s, was the way, like, he dressed. Well, I guess Daniel Craig also, but like, in that style was cool, and obviously, like, a really cool setting in Mexico mainly, but then they go to the jungle, like, where. Anyway, we can get there with that. I was wanted to ask about that part too, because it was strange, but
Well, let's get into the more of the specifics of the story. So, as you said, they start out in 1950s Mexico City. It's kind of a pretty dreary area of town. You know, and he's kind of William Lee, the character that Daniel Craig plays, is, you know, just kind of like just a depressed person that's just wandering around, and he's just addicted to drugs, smokes all the time, and just looking,
lots of alcohol too.
Drinks a lot, and then just looking to hook up with someone.
Yeah,
and so they both do that, him and because it's
it's just Jason Schwartzman though, like, when he talks about it, and, like, I don't know, like, he's just funny, like, the character that he's playing, like. And speaking of him, like, it's crazy, like, he has to be in a fat suit, and he's got, like, pimples on his face, and, like, all this stuff that they did to him, like, crazy. Like, it took me a minute, like, I eventually could tell it was him, but, like, pretty crazy transformation from him. I was going to ask you, do they ever explain, or no, maybe it did in the synopsis, like, why he goes there initially?
To Lee, or
why he goes to Mexico City? Because he's not from there, right?
Yeah, so one of them, I can't remember one of them, because I have a note here, they made a reference to someone was from Baltimore originally.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, there was another reference to that, and which I thought was interesting, because in the previous movie, 2 movies ago, the Bones and All, like, she took a bus, like, and she was going through.
That was Frederick,
yeah.
That was even,
So I don't know what.
For people who don't know, that's where that's around where we are.
I wonder if it's this writer, because, like I said, there's one writer. I have to go back because he worked on Challengers, but I wonder if he worked on the other one. But, like,
and that was and Challengers is mainly in.
Well, it's just in New York,
Southern
State.
PA.
Well, and then New York,
where they go.
Yeah,
it's like a smaller Pennsylvania area. Yeah, so maybe
so he must be, like, Central East Coast located, like, you know, and maybe even from Baltimore. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting. There was a reference to, I can't remember which guy it was. I don't think it was the main character Lee, but he did, like, later mention something about just leaving the States because of his drug habit was frowned upon, and probably his lifestyle too, of just, you know, being openly gay in the 50s was not. And so maybe he had a little, you know,
finding somewhere where it'd be easier,
more easier to kind of
to be that.
Because it seemed like there was at least a small community of just gay men there in that wherever they were,
like it, like in that area,
little section of Mexico City.
Yeah.
So I think so then, you know, after the intros, like, then he meets Lee.
Yeah. Wait, so
I mean, Eugene meets Lee.
Okay,
meets
Daniel
Eugene.
Craig is Lee.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting their names mixed up too. I was trying to remember. Drew Starkey is
Eugene.
Eugene. Okay, Lee and Eugene. All right.
And I was gonna. This is as good as any point that I think, and this kind of comes into factor in a lot of any time of relationship on screen.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just ultimately Daniel Craig it's like he didn't feel the chemistry with him and the other guy.
No,
I think it was more from Daniel Craig's side.
So, I agree,
because I think Eugene kind of seemed like
his performance was what we were talking about. His performance was good in this. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more believable. Yeah. Yeah. I don't. That's why I was asking. Like, why did Daniel Craig want to do this movie so bad?
Maybe
or maybe Luca really wanted him and he just reluctantly agreed. I don't know.
You take on something and you think you're going to be able to do it and you do your best and not everything's a win.
No.
And that's just in any art form or anything, it's not, they're not all, home runs always.
So I was thinking of this film. I think the best comparison is obviously Call Me By Your Name of Lucasfilms, because it's centered around two men and not present day. This is further back, obviously, than the 80s, but I mean, that film's just done so much better.
Yeah, 100%.
So, I don't know. That's why I was talking about, I was trying to pinpoint, besides Daniel Craig, what does it ultimately come down to? Because it's not Luca. We know he can.
Yeah, and we know he can definitely.
And same writer that has done.
Yeah, at least did the Challengers film. Yeah, because it's he can do it from a director standpoint, and so I think.
Well, and this is what he's good at and focuses on is the
characters,
the sexual tension, eroticism. He always obviously he loves doing that with his films. It's in literally every film that he's done.
Yeah. So it just didn't work in this as much for me.
So I think you're mentioning your quote, and I think that's the first truly weird thing that visual imagery you see in this film that's just strange and seems out of place is the disassociation scene, which I guess makes it seem like it's a dream, right?
Yeah,
because but then obviously it gets way crazier from there. But I think that's what I'm remembering. I think that's the first time something like that happens in the film, right?
Yeah. Yep. So there's a little flirtation, blah blah blah. Yeah, and then they start hitting the nightlife, drugs and bars, and then
when is it that I was wondering about, because obviously he's doing a lot of drinking and drugs anyways, but then there's kind of in the middle of the film when he does heroin, that seemed to be the only thing that was the first time he's done it, or am I wrong on that? And then obviously they go through the whole thing with the doctor where he's trying to get off of it, but then he ends up writing a prescription for more, essentially. But
I'm not sure.
That's the only thing that seemed to me that he hadn't done, and that was the first time he did that in particular. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah. And then they're kind of a little on and off, again, right? Because it's I don't know, Eugene, he kind of also flirts with some of the ladies and stuff, and so
he was in the war, right?
That's why he was there, stationed there or something. And then I guess he stuck around.
I guess.
Because, like, he's obviously not anymore. But yeah, I guess he owes some money or something, because then, like, Lee offers him to go on the trip with him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, well, I still got to work. And then he basically is like, yeah, if I pay that off, you can go with me.
Right.
So then they take a trip. And they they go to some other places, and of course Lee has withdrawal, and they go to the doctors, and
I saw that whole part.
Yeah. But then he's looking for this yoga.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that how it's pronounced? I don't remember how it was.
Yeah, yogi. It's YOGE with a little like thing over the E.
Okay. So it's a Spanish word for something. I don't know.
Yeah. So they go to somewhere in the jungles of South America.
Yeah.
And find this research doctor, and they convince her to tell her what the plan is. And then, of course, she's just like, it's everywhere. And then and this is when it gets like really weird.
Yeah, this is when they're tripping balls.
Yeah. All hallucinate. And then,
but to your point, though, it's like it's just still so boring, though. Like in the film, and it's so dry, like you really feel the runtime. I did the whole time through the film.
Yeah, I watched it in 3 sections. Even didn't sit and watch it all one time.
I did not watch it all in one sitting either. Yeah.
But then they kind of go their separate ways, and by the end, Lee's by himself again.
Yeah.
It was kind of sad, even if it was not the most entertaining, and say really like connected with the characters at all that much. But then in the end, though, it was like sad and pathetic to see him where he kind of ends up.
Yes, for sure.
It's kind of like the attic. Maybe think of like our grandfather, and how just like alone he was in the end, because he was alcohol and gambling was his things. But
yes.
Yeah.
Yep. I remember, going over to where he was living with Mom.
Mm-hmm.
And I was pretty young even then. And like, I understood it to some extent from what Mom like said to me or explained it to me. But obviously I couldn't fully comprehend it then at the time. But it was very sad. Yeah, where he ended up at the end, and I could see somewhat the comparison. Yeah.
All right.
Well, I wanted to...
Any other notes?
Just the very ending, just very strange and kind of convoluted to me, with like where he, I guess, dies, right? That's what it seems to imply, but I don't know for sure. I wanted to ask you about that, if you read it any differently.
Yeah. Kind of implies that. I don't know that I was like 100% sure.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, just a strange ending also.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about the cinematography and visuals.
Yeah. So I thought it was beautiful and very colorful at times.
Yeah.
Like that was like some of the scenery was really great looking. But I don't have any specific shots.
No, there wasn't.
Did you notice it though? It was more colorful in certain
times. It just had like a look, and like seemed the attention to detail of the streets and stuff setting was really good. And I mean, I'm not an expert on 1950s Mexico City, but
right.
But yeah, it seemed like it was pretty well done from a set design to the aesthetics. Yeah, the lighting was a little like kind of interesting.
The lighting?
Yeah, it was just the way that it did the lighting. It was kind of like, I don't know, like because like the times it's supposed to be night. Sometimes it doesn't feel like night, right?
You
know, it's like, I don't know.
So was it like they weren't actually filming at night and try to make it seem like...
It's hard to tell because it's so stylized too in general.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, they made a shot day for night to play around with that. I don't know. But overall, like the look, the stuff was pretty good, I thought.
Yeah. It was just those times where it was like, it seemed almost exaggerative, the like vibrancy or like the colors. At times, there were just specific shots I noticed, and that was really cool looking.
I guess, in some ways, they were trying to not think about it. They were lighting it also, like if there was shot back then, a little bit.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
So like a little bit more, some harsher things.
Or films from that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess stuff was, it was more colorful because they really leaned into that once films were in color, right? Like really making it
everything set, yeah. Set over colorized.
True.
Colorized things.
Yeah. I don't know if I didn't see anywhere in like the opening or closing credits, but if it was like shot in any specific camera or was it just normal digital.
Oh, I don't know.
And they were just doing the look in post. I don't know. I didn't see anything about it, but I was wondering if you could tell. So I know a lot of the stuff you can just tell by looking at it.
Sometimes, but this is kind of it's very stylized and just kind of has I would know for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's just, I guess maybe more lighting because I know like we've talked about like immediately you said you can always tell if a film is like done by Roger Deakins, for instance, or like there's certain people you say you can really.
Some people have like their style that they do, but even this like felt a little different than what this guy normally does.
Yeah, it did.
Because he's done the last couple films and they were different.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, again, there's nothing. Of course, I don't. Other than Challengers, I don't know that there was a ton of like what you would call these like crazy cinematic shots in a lot of his stuff because it's so character driven. They're so focused to like on the character moments and less about like these interesting creative shots and out, away from that. And so other than Challengers, like I don't know that we have a lot of that. And so in this is the same. Like it's just a very character driven.
Yeah, and the cinematographers of all of his movies, I don't think we've ever mentioned specifically like composition or framing even. Like that's never really been.
It's pretty standard, just coverage of the people and
because you're saying
focusing
the
on them. Yeah. Then Challengers we talked.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think about all I got for that. The camera, visuals, photography. About the music and the score. So I only noticed was like it seemed like there was a lot of like partial needle drops where like just you're talking about. There's a lot of times where we're just bringing some random song.
That's what it was, and I don't know, especially I didn't like really any of the needle drops, but especially the Come As You Are just left a bad taste in my mouth. Like immediately I was just like maybe mad.
It was like a weird, because it's like trying to make it fit in this 1950s thing where a song from the 90s.
Yeah.
Just weird.
Yeah, it is. So I don't really have any notes about the score because there wasn't much score in the film, which is weird. So like why get
those guys? Yeah.
Yeah.
When I saw it was them, I was like,
I know.
Really?
It was a bummer because it's like I love everything they do. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think they really did much in this. Didn't seem like it anyway. So yeah, I don't really have any notes about it.
Okay.
I don't know if I don't know if they did After the Hunt also or not. I hope they do, or I hope they did. We get to that next.
Yeah. All right, themes and messages. What do you got?
I think at this point, because like I'd normally write it down like at the very end of the film, or after like, you know, a little bit later after I've thought about the film some more.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I was just so annoyed and mad by the film. I just wrote no idea. Like I don't have anything really to say about the theme. So I don't know. Do you have anything?
I just put, it's a story about a man desperately searching for connection and identity, but only finding pain and isolation.
Yeah. That sums up the film pretty well, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see if there's anything interesting in trivia.
Yeah, when we do newer films, I always wonder if there's even that much in trivia yet.
Sometimes not.
Yeah.
Daniel Craig was ultimately the one who convinced Luca to cast Drew after watching audition tapes with Guadagnino and telling him that's the guy after seeing Starky's. So
he'd never seen him act before. He just going off of the audition.
This is interesting. Yeah, going off the audition.
Just going on. Yeah.
The film utilizes detailed miniatures extensively from the streets of Mexico City to the airplane takeoff scene. I thought they looked like that. I thought I meant to make a note of it, and then I didn't. That's so weird. That
I did not notice that.
I was like, it looks like these are miniatures. There's a couple times there.
Oh, that's cool. I love when they do miniatures in films.
And a reel of many of the models made for the film can be viewed on YouTube.
Cool.
Oh yeah, there's another. The film contains 2 Nirvana songs, Come As You Are and Marigold, and a cover of All Apologies performed by Sinead O'Connor. Kurt Cobain was friends with with William S. Burroughs, having been introduced to his work in school. Filmmaker Luca revealed in an interview during the film's release that the use of these songs was intentional to highlight Cobain and Burroughs' friendship through Marigold. It was written by Dave Grohl and doesn't feature Cobain on guitar or vocals.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Interesting that it's still a Nirvana song, though.
Luca stated in an interview that Queer is a project he had wanted to make since he was 20 years old. Interesting.
Well,
so it's like it was just like his passion project that he finally got to make. Set of articles about this movie screening at the Venice Film Festival noted that there were loud and frequent vocalizations discussed from some male members of the audience every time there was a love scene between the 2 men. He saw the movie, but somehow did not know to expect an LGBTQ storyline based on the title alone. So people were confused, I guess.
How
audience members expressed shock that Craig, best known for playing a hyper-masculine character of James Bond, would take a gay role, or clearly unfamiliar with much of his prior career.
Yep.
Craig has played several other gay men, including... Oh, well, they're claiming in the blockbuster Knives Out. So they're claiming that guy's gay. I would have not assumed one way or the other. But
no, they don't really ever get into it. I didn't know if he was or not.
Yeah, this article's saying on the stage, Craig played the role of one of the best known gay characters in theater. In 1983, he played the deeply closeted right-wing Mormon lawyer, political consultant Joseph Porter Pitt in the UK premiere of Pulitzer Prize-winning play Angels in America by Tony Kushner.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, outside of movies. So, yeah, like when he's doing theater, yeah.
This film was banned in Turkey due to the provocative content.
Yeah. Yeah, that happens. I'm surprised it's only Turkey, though. Not anywhere else. And especially, in Asian countries, they have very strict laws about film and what's in film.
Mm-hmm. Like Call Me By Your Name, the title font was designed by Chen Li.
Oh.
Yeah, it's interesting. One of the two films released in 2024 by Luca, who also with the same writer of both films, Justin Kurtz's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So why did they do miniatures for those scenes?
I don't know. Budgetary reasons? Even though it seemed like it was cost a lot of money. But
yeah, but their budget was the same as, pretty much the same as the last film. And like only a couple characters in this.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Well, any final thoughts?
Final thoughts. I would not recommend watching it.
Yeah.
I think it's by far his worst film. Unfortunately.
I agree. I think it's yeah, and it's just that Daniel Craig's character, like, which is that has to carry the film.
I know
it just doesn't work.
Problem.
Which is like on the opposite, like Chalamet's character in Call Me by Your Name,
crushed it.
Great, yeah. And so, yeah, I think that's the biggest problem.
It is.
Let us know your thoughts. Obviously,
Yep.
I'm sure some people disagree with us and like this film.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Let us know. You can do that by emailing us at feedback@screentimepod.com or leave a comment or DM us. Next week, hit the final Luca film, After the Hunt.
Yes. Very excited for that one.
And then from there, we'll see where we go, right?
Yeah, well, we have a couple ideas.
You're going to have a guest on for 2 weeks.
Yeah, but it's more about what order we're going to do the directors in. Or, well, and anyway, we talked about some, but yeah. Or release some films of like stuff that has released also, like Running Man and One Battle After Another, stuff like that. We got to bring those in sometime soon.
Yes,
got to cover those as well.
Yes, we do. I haven't seen either one, so.
Me either.
Yeah, so, but we'll definitely let you know. I think, at some point we're gonna tackle Cameron, right?
Yeah.
James Cameron is our next main director with Avatar coming out and stuff. But yeah, in the meantime, in between, might do a couple fillers before starting that. So, because I'll be gone for 2 weeks. So Jared and some guest co-hosts will be on. Probably the third chair, Blake, will make appearance, right? Yeah.
I think that's probably who it's going to be.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, I'll be here next week, just after that. So we'll see you then. And if you don't already, please like and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube, and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And if you'd like to follow us individually on Instagram, I'm at JYoungBar.
And I'm at Jared Youngbar.
Okay. Well, I'll talk to you guys next week.